जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य महाप्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे. Today through this video I want to tell you something about bhav, desire and abhav, shortage or scarcity. Well friends, I have thought about these two things in detail and I just want to share what I could make out of this process. These two things, bhav and abhav. Bhav means the desire to acquire something for sensuous pleasure in this physical world, and abhav means the shortage, the non-availability of that thing with a person, and for that reason the non-gratification of the sensuous feelings. As for me, supposing I want to have something for my use and I want to use it for my sensuous pleasure, so this is a bhav that germinates in my mind, man. But the very next moment I think, well, I don't have this thing with me, so I can't use it. So I feel sad about it. Then, because my man is very adamant, it is a dictator, so next moment it dictates to my buddhi, my intellect, well, I need this thing. Now what you do is you marshal all your resources, the senses, and put them to work and get this thing to me. I somehow want it. So accordingly all the arrangements are made by the intellect. Further orders are passed to different senses, hands, legs, eyes. With my legs I go to the car, I take the money with me if there is enough, or arrange if there is not. Then I get into the car, I put my hands, my foot to work, driving the car to the place where I can have that thing, and then get back eventually home. I am very happy, I get it, I got this thing, I use it, and then I derive the pleasure that I had planned. But friends, let me tell you here at this point of time that this sensuous pleasure that I get out of the use of this thing is not long lasting. It's very, very short lived. I confront two different situations now at this point of time. One is I use this thing and if I may refer to that law in microeconomics of diminishing marginal utility, the more I start using it, that object, the less of gratification of my senses I start getting with every use. And this is situation number one. Situation number two is simultaneously I happen to see that my neighbor, my friend, my relatives, they have the same thing of the same category, but the version is better than that of mine. So again that disenchantment, I feel nonchalant, I feel indifferent towards the thing that I possess, and therefore its usefulness, its capacity to gratify my senses also decreases and finally stops. So ultimately what the main point that I want to drive home is that this bhav and this abhav, they are the desire and the non-availability or shortage. They are two relative terms. I feel a shortage of anything if I think about it. If I don't think about it, it hardly matters whether it is with me or not. I will not feel any kind of shortage. So ultimately the point that I want to drive home is, and to put across to you, is that let us think only and build our desires only depending upon our capacity, our capability, its usefulness, without any kind of competitive race with our neighbors, with our friends, or without anything to do with the demonstration effect. Well, I must have it. I want to demonstrate it to the society that I possess this thing. And the more we apply this in our practical life, the more austerity, the more pragmatic thinking that we put in place in our day-to-day life, the more contented, more gratified and happier will we be. So with that, I want to close this topic and take leave of you, dear friends. Hope you liked my video. Thank you very much. Please take good care of yourself.